Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag, today, and coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennessee's Case Path. So, yo, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go! Alright. I still have no idea what exactly this is supposed to be, though. Where are we? You haven't been able to put it together yet. This is a live house. A live house? Yeah, do you not know what they are? I know what a live house is, I don't know, I expected one to look different. This is what the woman by the entrance meant by a show. This is a place for live music to be performed. I found out that this band would be performing while I was trying to decide what to do for our date, and thought it'd be a great opportunity. There he is using that term again. But, well, I suppose I can think of worse ways to spend a date than watching a TV show. Actually, it's kind of a breath of fresh air if I'm being honest. I've never watched a live performance before outside the one Case band put up. And this is such a Case-like thing that I doubt anyone else would have suggested this to me. Hell, I wouldn't have thought of going to one. That's a pretty cool idea, I have to admit. Thanks, I thought so too. Is this a band you like or something? Nope, never seen them perform before. They're a pretty new band, though. Seems this is only their first show. Huh? That's not what I was expecting at all. Why would he choose a rookie band of all things for us to watch? Wouldn't it make more sense for him to pick a band he likes so we can both enjoy it together? Suddenly, spotlights turn on that are pointed directly at the stage. A group of people are already in position, clutching their instruments. A girl, a short little otter with a lithe frame, walks up to the mic. She grabs hold of it with a confident smile on her face, clearly seeming very at ease on the stage. Behind her are all of her bandmates, a guitarist, a bassist, and a drummer. Unlike Case band, it seems these guys don't have a keyboard at all. Everyone, are you having a good day? Thank you so much for coming to our debut show. We're very thankful for all your support, both old and new faces alike. There are a few appreciative nods among the crowd. Since this is their debut show, I guess some of the people in here must be friends and family? For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that one of these musicians is familiar. We only have a single original song right now, and that one is still a work in progress. Because of that, we'll be performing covers of our favorite band, Sayers! A few more rumbles among the crowd, who all seem to stir a little bit at the mention of that band. Even I remember hearing that name before at some point. I think it was almost 10 years ago, though. Sayers were a huge rock band that dissolved after their lead singers died in a plane accident. Jesus. But then again, I've never been a huge follower of bands or a fan of rock in general, so I've only ever heard their stuff here and there when it would come on the radio. And somehow I feel like this is the exact kind of place where I could be beat up for saying blasphemy like that. Why did you want to... Shh! Yuichi, it's rude to talk during the show. I bite my tongue, not wanting to attract any kind of negative attention towards us. Hopefully you guys will have a good time along with us. For our song, we'll be singing Lost My Way. A few hours later... As soon as the song comes to a stop, the vocalist stands on her spot, one of her feet propped up on a nearby amplifier box while she leaned forward with a mic in her hands. The crowd is dead silent for a second, as if it hadn't clicked yet that the song ended. The 60-something people in the room suddenly exploded in cheers and clapping, showering the band with praise. Even I have to admit that I was blown away once they began playing, their mouth hanging open for most of their show. A few more people trickled in as they performed, and quickly the room filled up more until it was easily twice as full as it was before. Keisuke watched the entire performance with a contented smile on his face, tapping his foot along with the music. Everyone, thank you so much for coming today. You guys have made our debut show even better than we dreamed it could have been. More wild cheering as the vocalist waved at the audience, a huge smile on her face. Even from this far away, I could tell her and her bandmates were all completely drenched in sweat, breathing heavily while smiling. We love you guys so much! Hopefully you'll support us going forward too. We've got another live scheduled here for next week, and we'd really appreciate it if you told your friends about us. The crowd waved right back, enthusiastically agreeing with her. The girl's enthusiasm clearly infected everyone that watched her. I can't believe it's been over 2 hours since the show started. It doesn't feel like there was 2 hours of music. Well, their vocalist is a pretty good MC, so I'm not surprised. Main character. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Okay. Someone who runs the event, talks to and connects with the audience. That way they can build a rapport while also giving themselves some time to catch their breath in between songs. Oh, wow, I didn't know rock music had that much complexity to it. I don't know if I'd call it complex. We'll also be taking part in the next band competition that will be happening in July. If you guys could come cheer for us, we'd really appreciate it. A band competition? Wait, could this be the one that Kiyoshi-san told us about last week? Last I heard of it, Keisuke was thinking whether he should mention it to his band or not. I shoot Keisuke a curious look, but he seems to fail to notice me entirely, his eyes glued to the stage ahead of us. Once the vocalist finishes her last words, the rest of the band comes up to bow to the audience, thanking us again for our support and urging us to show for their next show. The crowd slowly begins to disperse as the show is clearly over by this point. Hey, is the competition they mentioned the same one that Kiyoshi-san told us about? Oh, yeah. I didn't tell you about that, did I? I shake my head negative, waiting for him to elaborate. I told everyone in the band, and just like I predicted, they decided they really wanted to take part in the competition. Right. Man, that's gotta suck. These guys are clearly pretty good, and now it turns out they're going to be competing against you two, too. Really unlucky. They're good for sure. Still rough around the edges, but I suppose that's to be expected from a debut performance. You put on a single show and you're suddenly talking like an expert. Hey, I've been studying a lot since I started managing the band, okay? I won't lie that I'm a little disappointed. I once said I was hoping they were bad, but... Wait, what do you mean? Why would you come watch a band if you were hoping they were bad? Well, but I want our competitors to be good. That bassist looked so frail when we first met that I half expected him to collapse halfway through their set. Wait, you know him? Don't you remember that guy we met at Kiyoshi-san's store? Lanky, sweaty, needed help with the sound system. He'd already told us back then that they were taking part. Oh, so that's why the bassist looks so familiar. Keisuke nods. Doesn't that just make it even weirder then? You obviously didn't come here to cheer them on, so why'd you go out of your way to watch the show of someone you met once? You're kidding, right? I know it's usually cute when you act super dense, but come on, isn't it obvious they were here? Why we're here? What do you mean? We came as an advance party. Scouts, if you will. Huh? I'm sorry, what? I don't think I could properly hear you over the sound of my brain melting. Scouts? Yes, of course. What did you think we were doing? Keisuke pulls his phone out of his pocket, tapping on the screen a few times, letting a video come alive on it showing a sneaky recording of the entire show. He puts a hand to his lips in a shush gesture. Recording isn't really allowed, so shh. I can't believe this. Did we really only come here to scout them out? Of course. Everything just aligns so perfectly, no? I found out 2 days ago that they'd be having their debut, and since we were already set to go out, I thought, why not take the chance to check out the competition? There was no way I could miss out on that opportunity. Then you used our date as an excuse to do work? Huh? That's a weird question. It's not like the band stuff is really work in the first place. So we didn't come here because you thought it'd be a way to have fun together. We came here because it was convenient for you. That's not how I'd put it. And why are you sounding mad? Because I am mad. What the hell, Keikun? Hang on a second. I'm really confused here. You had fun, didn't you? Yes. Then why are you mad at me? I did nothing wrong. That wasn't the point. At least with the museum, I could forgive the oversight in you choosing something that isn't really my thing since you really did think I'd enjoy it. Did you even take a second to think about whether or not I'd enjoy watching a newbie band perform? But you had fun, so what's the harm in that? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because I seriously don't see what I did wrong here. You didn't answer the question at all. Did we come here because you thought it'd be something fun for us to enjoy during our date, or did we come here because you couldn't fake on our date to do work? You couldn't flake on our date to do work. Keisuke shifts uncomfortably on his spot, clutching his arms tightly and looking down at the floor. Silence is its own answer here, it seems. Wait! I try to walk past Keisuke, feeling the irritation surging in my chest, my nostrils flaring rhythmically. He jumps in front of me to block me out. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Please don't walk out on me. You're just saying that because you don't want me to be upset with you. You're right, I don't want that, but that doesn't mean I can't really be sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't even think you'd care. That was my mistake. Even if I can't see what you're upset about, that doesn't change the fact that you're upset over something I did. Seriously, you still can't see the problem here. What if I promised to take you on a special date, then dragged you to a library where there's a Q&A and book signing with a popular author, only for it to turn out that I just wanted to go because I have to write a book report on their book? Huh? There's no way that could happen. I can't see you going to a book signing in the first place. You don't exactly strike me as the type that likes to read. Not only are you missing the point, you're calling me an idiot. Are you being obtuse or on purpose, or are you really just much of a dumbass? Sorry, I just blurted it out without thinking. You're not supposed to be a moron. Stop acting like one. Still, I guess in that scenario I would be a little upset, yeah. Taking what's supposed to be a special occasion and bringing work into it. Exactly. I can't believe I had to flip it around for you to even understand it in the first place, but at least you did. And I ain't talking about forgiveness. Alright. I'm sorry. It's fine. I sigh, rubbing the bridge of my nose and taking a few deep breaths in an attempt to calm myself down. I get it. Keisuke doesn't have all that much experience dealing with other people. For all his wit and charm, he still was a loner for most of his life. I've been told that much outright. It doesn't make it okay, but I suppose I can at least understand it. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. In reality, even I can tell that I'm not ready to just let this go like that. Maybe I'm petty. I don't know. I don't just want to stay upset, but I can't help it. Let's just get out of here. You still seem mad. I'm not. I just need to cool off. That is clearly a lie. I can tell just from the look on his face that Keisuke sees right through it. Yet he only nods and walks along behind me. I know I'm lying. He knows I'm lying. Yet none of us say anything about it. Somehow, even though it was his mistake that started it, I end up feeling like I'm in the wrong somehow. As soon as we step out of the building, I can already feel the nice fresh air hitting me again. Well, the venue wasn't bad by any means. Staying underground in a closed off for 2 hours was bound to get a little uncomfortable, even with air conditioning. The feeling of fresh air is just something that can't be beat, even with the beginning of summer's dry heat. I like how that rhymed. The girl by the counter, bless her heart, was giving every single customer a cheerful farewell as people stepped out. Either she really enjoys her job or she's just a natural at customer service. I'll admit, she was pretty cute. Well, that's over. Yeah. Keisuke shuffles awkwardly next to me, trying to put up a smile as if nothing had happened. I stare at his face for a few seconds, taking a deep breath. So, do we have any other plans? Well, part of me definitely feels petty and wants to walk out entirely. I know that wouldn't really be fair. Besides, if I walk off on our little first date, even I have a hard time imagining our relationship recovering afterwards. Well, I was thinking of us capping off our date going to a nearby restaurant. Sure, sounds good. Which one? Oh, let me check my phone real quick. Keisuke anxiously tapped on his screen, looking around the street to get his bearings while scrolling through the map. It should be that way. Lead the way. The hare nods, stuffing his phone back in his pocket and taking the lead. You know... Yeah? Lovely weather we're having today, right? You don't have to do this. What do you mean? It's alright to fight. I'm upset right now, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stay upset. We've talked things through as much as we can for the time being. If it turns out to still be a problem later, then we can talk it through some more then. For now, though, you don't have to keep being so awkward around me. That's a relief. At least it's what I want to say, but... You know, telling me not to be awkward won't make me less awkward, right? I put my hand on top of Keisuke's head as we walk side by side, giving him a quick pat and ruffling his fur. I appreciate you being apologetic. It should be enough for now, at least. Alright, y'all. Let me get some water. Okay. Thanks. How about I treat you? It's not like we're going to a super expensive place, but... I feel bad. At least let me treat you. Except... Well, I suppose there's no harm in that. Sure, not passing up on an offer for free food. Great, I hope you like the food there. Have you ever been to that place before? Nope, not even once. We'll both be trying it for the first time together. I can get behind that. What kind of restaurant is it anyway? Yakiniku. Ooh. Yakiniku is absolutely delicious. I'm suddenly very, very excited about this. Yakiniku, yakiniku, yakiniku. I hummed cheerfully, making the hare walking side by side with me laugh. Oh my god, are you making a yakiniku song? Yakiniku is great. I can't help but get excited. You're such a huge dork. My god. I'm just happy. You're cute when you're happy. Cute? Let's not start this again. Too late. I've already seen another cute side to you. I'll make sure to keep it in mind. You really need a new hobby. Thankfully, the mood lightens up considerably as we chat our way to the restaurant. I'm glad such a minor problem isn't going to end up completely ruining the atmosphere on our first date, however. Despite the setbacks, I'm still looking forward to finishing strong. A few minutes later. By the time we reach the restaurant, Keisuke and I are able to smile and chat again properly. A little incident a few minutes earlier is just a blip on our radar, and we both feel determined not to let it sour the rest of the evening. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Mizuguchi-san is the one who insisted on it. Having gotten a little bit curious, I decided to ask Keisuke why he always called Saya by her last name when she was his first and closest friend in our group. I'm just surprised you managed to get out of calling her senpai. So am I. She clearly liked being called that a lot. She'd get all wiggly and excited whenever I called her Mizuguchi-senpai. It was a little bit creepy. You could probably switch to calling her by her first name at this point, you know. Probably. I mostly do it out of habit now. You mean like how you only call Shuichi by his last name? That's kind of the same, but not really. Ooh, spill the beans. And here I thought Mizuguchi-san was the only shameless gossip in the group. Keisuke sighs with fake exasperation, the corner of his lips twitching as he tries to hold back a chuckle. Good afternoon. A table for two? We nod, being led through the restaurant and towards an empty table small enough for two people. The waiter drops two menus on the table, smiling at us. Feel free to call once you've decided. We will. Thanks. The man walks off, checking up on another nearby table. This place is pretty nice. I like it here. I agree. It feels pretty cozy. Hope the food is good. I don't see a grill by the table. You'd think this place uses those portable gas burners instead. Oh, now that you mention it, that's true. The tables are so small, I suppose that would make sense. I think it's just our table that is small. They also have some pretty spacious tables. There's just no point sitting two people alone in one. Ooh, they have a lot of meat variety in here. Yeah, you like meat, don't you? Keisuke idly flips to the menu, smiling widely. You're right. Marinated meats, thin cuts, veggies, they even have duck. I haven't had duck in a while. Maybe we could order some. I'm alright with that. Can't go out to have yakiniku and not have some short ribs. Really? To me, the one you can't go without is the flank steak. Nothing says we can't enjoy both. That means we've already picked 3 different things in the blink of an eye. Suddenly I feel like this order might pile up out of control a little bit. Let's just be careful we don't eat so much we get sick. Oh, for sure. That'd be a pretty crappy way to cap off the day. Agreed. Although it is fun to indulge once in a while. Never took you for the indulging type. What? You thought I was the stuffy, serious type. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.